Hi guys, how is this teaching? I'm Tatiana and this is my very first WIP parade. I was always intimidated to do a WIP parade because I have a lot of WIPs and showing them all at once. it's a job, you know, to prepare for it, to then after clean it, put everything back on shelves. It's a job. But I decided to do it because I want to look through all my WIPs. Many of them I didn't touch this year, unfortunately. But I still love them, so at least once a year I can look at them, you know, and also show you. Maybe you entertain as well. So that's the plan for today. So today is January the 3rd, it's Friday. I plan to publish this video tomorrow on Saturday. I usually publish my video on Saturdays. I missed the previous one. It was Christmas, I was traveling. I will tell you next time when I do my regular update. Today, I will show you what I've been stitching, so what you haven't seen since my last Flosstube, and other briefs that are just in a file on my shelves. I have 58 WIPs. No judgment here. But I will show you a little bit less because I'm not showing my project from Russian designers for obvious reasons, you know. So for those who are for the first time on my channel, I'm Ukrainian living in Italy and I stitch a lot. A lot. Let me show you my statistic. I like making statistics. Just, you know, the general one. So over the last few years, when I started calculating and writing down everything I stitch, it's nice to look back in a few years and see my progress and like, you know, just to entertain. Here is what I've done over the last years, and I'm very proud that the year 2024 was the most productive year in terms of cross-stitching. I made 140,000 crosses in 2024, and that's an absolute record since I started to calculate how much I stitch. Very happy with that fact. As you can see, over the last years, 2022 was the most difficult one, also for obvious reasons. I stitched very little, and it was a difficult year. But slowly, I'm getting into shape, like mentally, and yeah. So it reflects very much in my stitching. I had 11 starts in 2024. And 12 finishes. So technically I brought my WIP count one project down, and then on January 1st I started 2 projects. You know, like many people, and me included, usually do a New Year start, and well, I did 2 this year. I will show you. They're a very small one, so it will be a quick finish, but it was fun to start something new on New Year. So my plan, my plan for this year is to have more finishes. I don't set any number, but I do want to finish my pieces, to fully finish them and to use them. Or to put them on the wall and adore them every day, like all the fun stuff. So I'm looking forward for the new year. I will try to beat my record. Let's see if it works. So today I'm showing you my work in progress WIPs. I won't show you finishes except for this one. This was a finish in 2024. I love it so much. It's a traditional Ukrainian short Vyshyvankas, and I have 3 more in progress. So I also will show you that. Okay, so let's start with my focus piece from previous Flosstube, even though it's not a traditional Flosstube now, but it's Flosstube extra, so I think it counts. I have like rotation type. When I do a focus piece, I pick up a focus piece each Flosstube, which I usually do every 3 weeks, and like I stitch on that as much as I can. And my focus piece from last time was this beautiful table runner, which I'm stitching on Italian tower. I will show you in a moment. So this is a Czech magazine, cross stitch magazine. I don't know Czech, but I stitched this cat, and I will show you. And I stitched this table runner from that. So I did have a progress, and I meet my goal. So here's a tower. It's a tower, like literally a tower. In Italy, you can buy it like that, when it has already insert of Aida to stitch on. So here's my progress. Do I scratch my microphone again? Hope not. Look at that. So I don't speak Czech, but I decided to translate the name for this piece, and it said it's an apple blossom. I saw it in window. Yeah, they have similar flowers. Anyway, it's a tree. It's an apple blossom, and since I've seen you last, I had this flower stitched. I still need to finish that. And I've done the whole branch on the right, as I planned to do. I meet my plan. Look at me. I also already done some back stitching. It's very little back stitching, so it gives a little bit of fine definition to the project. Like it very much. It's more than halfway done. It was my New Year 2024 start. So it would be nice to finish what I start on my birthday and on January 1st. Projects that I start on those days, I should be finishing in a year I started it. It's my recent idea. It didn't happen with this one, but with further I want to do it because I want to finish this. Not because I want to bring down my WIP count, also, but just, to use them. I want this tower on my kitchen and to look at that because it's beautiful. So each Flosstube, I show you my progress on previous focus piece, and I announce the next one. And the next one will be Teresa Wentzler, the castle sampler. I love stitching Teresa Wentzler. It's a challenging stitch, many back stitching, many special paying attention stitches. But the final work is very beautiful and unique, or like a unique picture. Don't scratch my microphone. Yeah, so it's a very. I've started this project a long time ago. It went slow because I was stitching it from, this is the old booklet, and maybe I will show you just a little bit of it. I will show you a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. It's so difficult to stitch from this one. It's like hand-drawn chart, and with a back stitch even on top. I spent a lot of time understanding the chart. Difficult one. That's why I kept postponing it. But now I'm determined to sit and to do it. Yeah. So here is my progress. Here is my, where is it? Mess, big mess here. Many part threads, because, it's just the way it works with Teresa Wentzler. So here is my very modest start. Not a proper Flosstuber. I need some board to show off my stitching. Yeah, the result is gorgeous. The result is gorgeous. I'm stitching everything code for flosses, of course, and my fabric is Irish linen. Even width. It's an even. Oh, it's 28 count. So it was a DMC fabric sold in tubes, Very nice one. I like it. I like to stitch in it. Yes, the color is Irish linen, and it's even with 28 count. And I'm stitching 2/2 as started because there are many over one stitching, like those small flowers between the squares. They're over one flowers. So you need to stitch over 2 if you want to do this project as well. Yay! So that's my starting point for the next week, next Flosstube focus piece. Oh. I will try to at least put it back in bag, because otherwise it's going to be a mess. This thing with focus pieces works really well for me, because I keep my focus piece on my table for 3 weeks, and yes, I stitch on other as well, but it's like always on my table. And if I have like, I don't know, 15 minutes between studying, sometimes I need just to I study veterinary medicine here in Italy, so sometimes I just need to do a mental break when I study a lot. I study a lot now, I have exams. So sometimes I stitch just a little bit in 15 minutes, and it works. It works when I have this project in front of me every day for 3 weeks, and I get like a good progress on it. So I decided I decided to do more focuses. Well, when you have too many focuses, it's not focus anymore. But and I decided to do a winter focus, which is my modern fork embroidery, Fruits of Plenty. It's a stitch along of 2021, and here is my progress. So it's my winter focus. Winter is already like halfway there, and I plan to finish it this winter. Very little left to stitch. You see only the bottom part. I think from Pattern Keeper it's about 10,000 stitches left to do, and I think I can do it in 2 months. Yeah, it's a gorgeous piece. I can't. So I'm stitching it on. Usually I don't remember what I'm stitching it on. So if you're interested in any, just leave a comment and I will look up the number. But this one I'm stitching on the Zweigart Belfast 32 count, color olive. And I worked on this side. I started with big negative stitching, which is like a big chunk of work. Yeah, progress is going. I love this piece. It's so gorgeous. And I'm making it in memory piece for my cats. You see, I charted my cats. There are their names and my initials. So it's. I want this piece on my wall because it was a reminder of my cats as much as possible. I need them, my kitty cats. Yeah, and my colors are 400 and 422. If you're interested. It's a gorgeous piece. It's so gorgeous. I think I have a frame for it. I bought a big frame. I haven't measured it yet. I like thrifting, so I thrifted a nice frame. Need to measure it if it will work for this piece. If not, I will use it for something else. And here in the same project bag, since we're here, I will show you my other modern fork embroidery piece, which was a SAL 2023, 2024. Hold on a moment. 2023, we're in 2025 now. Yeah, and I have a very modest start of this one. I'm stitching it on Permin linen, twilight blue, also 32 count, also 2/2, my go-to. Oh, I have excess fabric here. I need to cut it off and put it back in my stash, the excess one. I can use it for some smalls. So here the start is very modest. I started it. And well, God knows when it's gonna be finished. It's a beautiful combination of colors. Colors are 930 and 3046. Beautiful. Also beautiful piece, like modern folk embroidery is just gorgeous, gorgeous designs. I love it. I wish I could stitch more, but it's a limited amount of time in a day in general. Okay, just to quickly put it back. God knows how long will it take me to edit it. That's why I'm filming today, not tomorrow on Saturday, because I won't be able to post it then by the end of the day. Okay, and this year I will have my year focus. So here is a piece that I want to be my 2025 focus piece. It's well, I have this design for a long time, but it's from my old stash. I found it's a nature sampler on Etsy. I will leave a name down below in description. So I'm using code for DMC, but I pick up my own color for fabric. It's Zweigart 32 count. I'm stitching it 2/2. I don't remember the color number. If you're interested, please let me know down in the comments. I will look it up. I'm doing now a reconstruction of my house, and one of the rooms I'm working on now, will be yellow. So this will be a pillow for a yellow room. God knows what happened before, or I finish reconstruction of that room, or I finish this piece. I don't know. It's both of those processes are going very slow, but being encouraged on the progress I've made on my focus pieces, I decided to have a year focus. This is a beautiful one. It will be a very bright pillow in the yellow room one day. Hopefully by the end of the year. It's a lot of stitching. It's barely start. I think it's 30,000 stitches more to do, which means I will need to do about 2,500 each month to finish it by the end of the year. It's doable. It's doable. So there are 3 focuses at each given time that I'm working on, normal focuses. Yeah. So those are updates, and then let's proceed maybe to my new year start. Yeah, since I'm already holding it. My new year start was a really small one, and it shouldn't be it should have been a new year finish as well, but I just kept going on other project and started another project, you know, like January 1st. I just did what I wanted. So this is a kit on the wood from Ukrainian company. It's FruzelOk. The kit number is 1009, and it's a series of New Year Christmas tree decoration. I already stitched 2, so I already stitched 1 kit like that, and usually I try to add. Every year I try to add a new decoration to seasonal decoration, like Christmas or Halloween or something. This year I didn't. Yeah, I'm looking on my tree, looking what decoration I have on it. But I started, you know. Here is my progress. So there are like little wooden decorations already, you know, came in this way. Floss, of course, everything comes in kit, and I had a modest start. You know, just to entertain myself on a January 1st. I'm showing you the back side. I'm sorry. Still January 1st in my head. Yeah, here is the front side. Wow, it's really, it will be a finish next time I stitch on it. And then there are like already pre-cut pieces like that to finish it on the back. So you glue it to the back, and you have decoration ready for a Christmas tree for the next Christmas. Yeah. So that was my New Year start. My second New Year start was actually a very like a piece that brings me a lot of joy, because it's a present. It was a present from Raffaella. It's an Italian stitcher. We met at retreats a few times, and we've been to Stitch Basel retreat on this year, last year, 2024. And she gifted me a Stitch Basel retreat piece of 2023. So it included fabric and the chart. So thank you so much, Raffaella, for your present. I was very happy to receive it. And I started it on January 1st as well. So here it will be a biscuit new. The kit didn't include floss, so I used a different floss. I will show you it in a minute. And here is my super modest start. It's a Zweigart fabric, you can see by the orange line here. I marked 2 centers because biscuit new has 2 sides. I haven't finished biscuit new yet. Of course, I've seen other people doing that, but I haven't done it myself, so it will be the first one. Very excited about that. And for the main color, I used the DMC variegated floss, color 4030, the size 8. So it's more chunky floss. I usually use it for stitching Vyshyvankas, like embroidered shirt. You see this one also was stitched with size 8 DMC floss, and this one is variegated. So beautiful. And it's very, like, it's similar to what was charted, because I think they got this floss in a kit. I don't know. So I don't have floss, but I have a very similar one, and I'm very happy to stitch with it. I have bought a few other colors of this variegated size 8 floss from DMC, and I'm planning to do more Vyshyvankas with that. Really beautiful one. Yeah, so that was my New Year start, the second start of this new year, and I hope it will be soon finish, or at least this year finish. Okay, a little. Well, I still will show you, but it's I don't know. It's a very silly stitch. So when I've been to Ukraine this summer, last summer, I picked up this cute stitching. It's just, it's very childish. I know, it's just printed on a fabric, like, yeah. Flosses came with it. It's some, I don't know, acrylic floss. Maybe wool. It looks like wool, but I don't think it's a natural wool. It's some kind of acrylic stuff. And it was my Stitch Basel start. Usually I start every retreat I go, I start a new project on it. But on retreats you usually can't really count and stitch properly, and because you chart, you're too excited and all the stuff, all the beautiful stuff. That's why I took this piece, which is just very basic stitching. Yeah. Well, I will finish it. I will do a little cute pillow. I don't know. I don't have kids. It's really for like a kids stitching, but maybe I will gift to some of my friends' kids. We'll see. So that's that. I have many more to come. Maybe I should start to move a little bit faster. Okay, next one. Next one are that lives in this project bag that I made myself. I also I started doing handmade project bags for sale. I had one video presenting that, but I have planned more. And here in this project bag lives 2 pieces from from Blackbird's designs. I love it. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. So this one is a Strawberry Fields Forever, very popular one. I've seen many stitches stitched on it. And this one is a Country Life with all the animals. I'm studying veterinary medicine, so I'm really fond of animals. And I do stitch a lot of pieces with animals in it, mostly cats, but I'm happy to stitch also different other animals. So those pieces, in general, I like Blackbirds, and this piece in particular is quite fun for me to stitch. Both of them are planned to be finishes this year. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I do want finishes. And it's quite doable, look at that. So I'm stitching nothing called for. The fabric is Italian fabric. Do I have... I bought it here in Italy. It's in hand-dye fabric. I don't know what the basis is for fabric, but I don't like it because it's very thin and it doesn't keep my tension very well. It's a beautiful color, beautifully made, but just the texture fabric is not my call. But suits very well this project. And also variegated flosses. Some of them are called for and some of them are substituted according to the preview picture from what I have in stash. It's going beautifully. I really have very little to finish. Definitely finish this year. Maybe even next time I pick it up, it will be finished because like it's one angle of 4 hours to finish. I can have a quick finish if I pick it up. Love it. Oh my god. It will fit this pink room. Look at that. Oh, it will be so beautiful here, guys. Look at that. I need to finish it and I need to find a frame for it. I can have it here in this room. I don't need to reconstruct a room to put this on the wall. Okay, I'm getting too excited. That's why I haven't done WIP parade before, because like looking through my pieces will be just too exciting for me. I will have an urge to finish them at once, all of them. Here is my progress on Country Life. I finished all the bottom side, also the same fabric here, same idea. I pick colors that I think from my stash that I think fit. Some of them are called for, some of them are not. I have something on my lips. I don't know. So also here are just the top part, like the flower part and the alphabet part left to finish. Even the house is done. Also finish this year, like definitely finish. So beautiful, so beautiful. Yeah, fabric is 32 count, and I always stitch 2/2. It's my go-to on 32 count. So yeah. So beautiful. So beautiful. Love it. The next one lives in this project bag, and this big one was for my primitive hair pieces. One I finished, it was Oceanarium. I finished it last year, beautiful one. I showed it 1 or 2 Flosstubes ago. And here remains Wanted from Primitive Care. Primitive Hair. Cat. I stitch a lot of cats. I love stitching cats. I love stitching animals. And this one is just adorable. I'm a little I really want it, and I could have finished it really quickly because it's super simple stitch. You just go back and forth with 2 colors. But the problem is that I bought just 2 skeins of floss, one of each, one of dark, one of parchment. And I was like, what I was thinking of, that 2 skeins will be enough to finish this project. Or of course, it's not enough. You see that how far 1 skein of each would brought me. And for the whole year, I was trying to refill my stash, but somehow every time I fail. Yeah, well, I will eventually buy this floss and finish the project, of course. It also will be a quick finish. You see, I can do finishes this year. Like, I have so many good candidates for finishes. I will. It will be a year of finishes. That's my declaration for this year. Of course, yeah, I'm stitching everything called for. It's primitive Hare fabric. It's the color of fabric is dark spell 30 count linen from primitive Hare. It's a code for, and I use it, of course. And I use a code for flosses, which are over dyed gentle arts. I will have a cat. Will it fit this room? No, it will be for a green room. I will have a green room. After the yellow one, I will do a green one. It will be dark green room. I like colors, you know, I like bright colors. No gray, no white in my house. Okay, next one is another cute project from AnnaLee Waite design. Butterflies, blue butterflies, the design name. And it meant to be finished this year because I had it one of my focus pieces, but I'm still missing colors. I don't know. I have trouble with over dyes because here in Italy we have LNS here, but there are not that many over dyed like this type of colors. So I do miss blue colors, and at this point maybe I will substitute it with a code for DMC flosses. I don't know, because I want to finish this project. I have a code for green part, like the green part, the branches are code for. So far, everything is code for, but maybe I will further on substitute some because I want to finish another finish. So same fabric that oh no. Look what happened to the needle that's been here. No. I shouldn't have been leaving a needle. It all got rusted. Oh my god. And I've just worked on it like a few months ago. It got rusted in a few months. Wow. Now it's stuck in fabric. Oh my god. Look what happened to the needle. Ew. Okay, that's not good. And now I have stains on. Wow. Here's my progress. Don't look at my disaster. It will be finished this year for sure. Maybe I just need to order missing flosses, you know. But I spend so much on my hobbies, on reconstruction on my hobbies. So it's here's the name of fabric. Oh, look at that. So it's from Heart Stitch Threads. That's the name of the dyer, Heart Stitch Threads. And this was Champagno. It's in Italian. Maybe it's champagne. Maybe just written. Linen. Okay. It's 28 count linen, so I stitched over two. That was a project for the linen for Blackbird designs and for this design. That's the same piece of fabric. Yay! It also goes here. Okay, so next one is it's also the project bag I made myself. It was one of the finishes for this stitched part, one of the finishes of last year. And here is this is a beautiful piece. It's a Teresa Kogut Angel She has a series of angels, super beautiful designs, and this one is Prey. It was a very popular to stitch it in Ukraine, and I also fell in love with this project. So it was my birthday start, 2024, and here is my progress. It's quite a good progress. I think I made like at least 25% of the project. I plan to finish it before my next birthday in this year. You see how many finishes I planned. We'll see next year how much I will get done. Yeah, I'm stitching it on opalescent. It's sparkly one, opalescent. It's also Zweigart, 32 count. Color number I don't remember. If you're interested, drop a comment. And 2/2, my usual go-to. Of course, it's charted in DMC flosses, so I use the code for DMC. Good. I'm making some progress. How long is already this video? Ooh, this one also lives in a project bag that I made myself. And here lives a beautiful, gorgeous design, huge one. It was a SAL 2021 from Quiltify design, and it's called Grand Vierlanden. I don't know German. Grand Vierlanden. Maybe it's pronounced that way. It's a beautiful piece. Oh my god! Just hold on a moment. I will show you my progress. I'm so excited of it. Look at that. Ooh. Isn't it stunning and huge and enormous and just, oh my god. Can I get it in frame? I think it's in frame. So it was a SAL 2021. I have no idea when it will be finished, and I love it very much. Maybe I will show you some close-ups. So I stitched on a Belarus fabric. You are not interested in this fabric because it's very bad one. I do not recommend this fabric. It was very cheap, and because I needed that huge amount, I opted for that. But I've never repeat that because it's a bad fabric. Anyway, my color is 38-34 for the stitching. It's a DMC color, and God knows when it will be finished. Also this year, I do a WIP goal, I do focus pieces, and I also decided to have a list of my old SALs. And sometimes when I have a mood, I will random pick a number from that list and maybe get some stitching done in my old stitch alongs that should have been done a long time ago. And I did that on the January 1st. I randomized that list, and this project came up. So I'm thinking to work on that in, I don't know, in nearest future, this month probably, as a part of my finish your old SALs project. Anyway, I enjoy working on this project very much. It's a very beautiful one, and in many years from now, it will be on my wall in a huge frame. It will be a centerpiece in a very big room. That's the plan. Okay, that's that one. Then probably we will do a little break from the cross stitch project, and I will show you my Vyshyvankas. If you're for the first time of my channel is called Heritage Stitching. And by that, it has a lot of meaning when I was picking up the name for my Flosstube. I do like to stitch heritage stitching. You see, I stitch some samplers. I like to stitch like old style. I stitch a lot of different styles, but the central meaning behind the name for my channel, Heritage Stitching, is Ukrainian heritage stitching. In Ukraine, we take seriously our heritage, like very serious, and stitching is a big part of it. So we do stitch Vyshyvankas, those embroidered shirts, and we wear them. And not only like stitches wear it, it's a tradition for the whole nation. Men wear it, children wear it, like women that don't stitch also wear them, because you can buy them. You can buy them hand stitched, you can buy them machine stitched, and people wear them. But people wear them every day. For holidays, it's a must. Like if there is a holiday and you are not in Vyshyvanka in Ukraine, you're like, what's wrong with you? It's a big tradition in Ukraine, and but stitching Vyshyvanka is a challenge. It's like you really need to get the real one, the traditional one. You need to acquire some skills, and of course, it's not acquired over like, I don't know, 1 hour. It takes time. It's a big progress. It's a big process of doing Vyshyvanka. That's why many people just buy them, and it's totally fine. You can buy machine one; they're cheaper also, and you can wear them. Those machine-made, machine-embroidered Vyshyvanka, they also oftentimes are based on traditional patterns that were made by hand, historically heritage. I had one Vyshyvanka made like modern one, that it was my first one that I made. I showed it before. It's a long time finish, but over time I tend to learn more traditional stitching and to recreate all traditional Vyshyvanka, but also to bring my idea and my vision using the traditional stitching, using the traditional approaches of making Vyshyvanka, into making something new, still within the Ukrainian tradition, but with my input in that. So, for example, in this Vyshyvanka, this one is a pattern, and this part of the pattern are taken from traditional stitching, but the calves I designed myself. I took the traditional Ukrainian stitching and just put them together as I thought would be nice together. And there are calves. So the calf part is my creation, and this part is traditional. There are many people who stitched this type of Vyshyvanka. So sometimes you can like come and compare, and you have the same style with other people. So I keep stitching on that. Maybe I talk too much and I should show you something. Here is my Vyshyvanka in progress, which also follows this idea that I have like top part of the sleeve, which is this one, is a traditional pattern from Chernihivska. I think it's a Chernihivska style. You see, it's made with mereshka. When you have a like transparent, it's a very light fabric, even weave. It's a Ukrainian fabric, 50% linen, 50% cotton. It's very light, it's very breezy. And here's my progress. When I showed you last, I attached the top part of the sleeve to the front. And since that, I didn't work much on it, but I did some progress. Here on the back, I start cleaning the line. You see here, it's a raw one. So I cut off the excess, and I did a second line of back stitch, and now it's clean, nice and clean. So I did it on the both side and back. Now I need to do it on the both side and the front. And all this excess of flosses that you see is, now I see the needle in fabric and I got scared that it got rusty. Jesus Christ. I will transfer it to the part that I'm gonna cut out anyway, so in case it got rusty, at least it's, well, with Vyshyvanka getting rusty, it's gonna be a disaster. Yeah, all the flosses you see is work in progress. I also started like thinking how I will finish the neck. You see, like I started thinking of it, trying. Because also with Vyshyvanka, oftentimes you don't have a full pattern, so there is no like, booklet that I take and like I stitch from A to Z. It's a process of combining different techniques in a unique way. And before doing that, oftentimes I need to try to see. Oftentimes I tried it on a separate piece of fabric to see if I like it, if I like the combination of colors, if I like the combination of stitches, and all that sort of thing. So yeah, so that's my, I called it Golden Vyshyvanka. It's based on Chernighivska style, but of course I bring it in my my own vision for this Vyshyvanka. Still made everything by hand, and stitching and putting together by hand is done traditionally. And that was the main part of Vyshyvanka. And here will be the sleeve, also with a needle that can get rusty. This will be a sleeve, the huge one, absolutely the huge one. It will be like that, very wide sleeve. It made intentionally because I want this fabric, because I want this Vyshyvanka to be very airy. The fabric is very light, so I believe it will stay as I planned it to be. Yeah, so you've seen the top part, and then the sleeve will be attached like that. And it will be big, like very... this sleeve is 60 centimeter wide, and this one is 80 centimeters. It takes forever to stitch this, the stitching. And it's only the first sleeve. I still need to do the second one. Also planned as a finish for this year. Beautiful, beautiful. Can't wait to wear my Vyshyvanka. So that was Chernighivska style. In Chernihiv is a region in Ukraine. So each region in Ukraine oftentimes has its own unique like style of making Vyshyvanka. And I love it. It's so diverse. So like the heritage of Ukraine stitching is, oh my God, it's amazing. So another Vyshyvanka that I have a separate video on Vyshyvanka Day in May. I will link it somewhere so you can find it, where I talked more about Vyshyvanka, of course, and where I start this one. And also that in that video I talked more about this style of Vyshyvanka, which is Malovánka. Malovánka, it's not it doesn't belong to any particular region of Ukraine. It's more like a style on its own. So this will be a sleeve of a future Vyshyvanka. One of the difference for this Vyshyvanka is that I'm using the modern pattern for sewing. It's not, like this is traditional pattern, and here will be a modern pattern. I bought it online, and I will sew it by machine. It will be machine sewing. And this design I'm creating myself. It's a combination of Ukrainian traditional Malovánka style. Like for example, those flowers are very representative of this style of Malovánka. Then I want to use also traditional Crimean Tatarian elements, which is Ornyok. I'm from Crimean Ukraine, and here will be motifs which are very similar to Malovánka, Ukrainian motifs. Crimean Tatarians, Ornyok, it's a traditional embroidery of this people of Ukraine. So I want to combine in this Vyshyvanka both styles, because they are really very cohesive, I would say, very similar. Of course, everyone is unique in its own way, but putting together, they, I think, will look really nice. So I'm designing this pattern myself as I go. You can see that I write it out on a piece of... In that video, I've showed everything on how I approach this design of Vyshyvanka. And then I transfer that design of fabric and I stitch over it. Also in that video, I showed kind of tutorial of how to stitch. There's 3 main stitches that I used in this in stitching that. They're very simple. They're very, like for example, this brick stitch. It's very similar to cross stitch in terms that it's very repetitive. It's the same stitch, you just repeat it over and over again without sinking, which is very nice. One of the facts why I like cross stitching that much is that I can have my brain clear from everything. I can concentrate on whatever I want to think about, and my hands are just repeating the same motif without thinking. And it's like, it's a kind of meditation for me. Also this stitch as well, because it's very simple, very repetitive. Yeah, so this is Malovánka. It's so bright. I love it. It's meant to be bright. You see here I'm doing the sunflower. The sunflower is, I would say, the main flower of Ukraine. We have lots of sunflower fields and they're so beautiful. Like sunflower oil is the best. I even brought it in Italy. You know, in Italy they have this olive oil, which is good. But for me, Ukrainian, like I can't live without good Ukrainian sunflower oil. I brought it from Ukraine to cook on Ukrainian sunflower oil because I can't cook on the olive oil. You see my struggles. Yeah. After my studying, I will come back to Ukraine. So again, here's a needle. Hopefully it won't get rusty. Okay. So those 2 Vyshyvanka are successful stories of my Vyshyvanka making. And the next one is a sad story. It meant to be Borshivska. Borshiv is a city in western Ukraine, and the small city has its own style of Vyshyvanka, which is amazing. It's a very beautiful one. Usually it's done with black wool on a white fabric and with bright colors as like accent colors. And I made a huge mistake. I started that at the time when I was not very experienced. That's what I meant by that. The fact that to stitch Vyshyvanka, you really need to acquire like knowledge and skills over time. It's not done in one day. It's a process of learning. And unfortunately here, the mistake I made is quite pricey in terms of the time I put in, and it's going to be a restart. It's devastating for me to make this decision because it's a gorgeous Vyshyvanka. So here is my progress on this Vyshyvanka. It's going to be a dress. It's meant to be a dress, but I just made a mistake on a combination of brick, which is very soft linen. It's the same linen that I used here, and you see here it worked perfectly. But the floss that meant to be used for Borshivska is a wooden floss, which you use for knitting or crocheting. So this is a wooden floss, very thick one, and it just doesn't work together with the soft linen. Usually, oh my god, it's so beautiful. This is my design. I started designing some pieces for this Vyshyvanka. Damn it, beautiful. So fabric for Borshivska Vyshyvanka, it should be a heavy fabric. It should be very dense fabric that is able to hold the base of wood, of woolen stitching. And you see, it just doesn't hold it. And I ran out of memory in my phone, so the video stopped, and now I don't remember what I was talking about. About my yellow dress. So I will restart it. I'm not sure how yet, like in terms of saving my stitching, because I don't want just to throw what I already stitched. Yeah, I will see what I can do, how I can work around that and still make it a pretty dress. We'll see. We'll see. It's another challenge for me. So this dress won't be a finish in this year, I think, but who knows. Okay, back to cross stitch. Next one is Mill Hill kit. I have few Mill Hill kits, most of them in my stash, not yet started. For the next week, for next Saturday, I have a very fun video for you guys of, I want to do week of starts. I want to do 7 starts. So next Saturday, stay with me, please. I'm very excited for the next video, for the next Saturday video. Yeah, this video is already long, so let's keep it to the program of my WIP parade. Moonstruck by Mill Hill. Cute little stitching that, of course, I'm using a recent code for. Here is my progress. Here's my progress on perforated paper that is in a kit, and here's my progress. It's been a while since I stitched on it. I have another Halloween project already finished from Mill Hill, and I want to frame them in a similar frame and have like for Halloween decoration one day. I don't know if I finish this this year. Who knows? Just it was a finish of the year before that. I think it was 2023 finish. It was another kit from Ukrainian company. It's just so beautiful and I like it so much, so I need to show it again. It was a stitching on perforated leather, and then I attached it to this force holder that was in a kit. Everything came in kit, and now I use it as my force holder for Mill Hill kit. Very like it very much. Very like it. Okay. Oh, next one. Ooh, this is, I think, my oldest WIP as of now. It was a Ukrainian kit from Crystal Art. The name is Library in the Forest. Of course, cats. Like very, very easy decision for me to stitch on cats. And here is my progress. And surprisingly, here the needle is not rusty. Wow. How come? How come one needle got rusty, another one no? Maybe different needles, maybe different companies. Yeah, so I also haven't touched this piece last year. Maybe we'll do it a focus piece, Flosstube focus piece one day. It's a cute one. Like probably not the ones I'm using everything that came in kit, everything called for. Probably it's not the ones that I would put on my walls. Maybe I will finish it in a project bag. Cute one, especially after back stitching. It looks really nice. Next one is you see I'm speeding up. Maybe I won't be able to anyway. Next one is fun Sao. It was a Merry Witchmas Advent Calendar of I think it was 2023 probably. Cute one. I downloaded it when it was free, so it was coming out I think every day. Advent calendar, those patterns, and I like those very much. I started it later on, and my idea is to stitch it in finish in a series of frames. As you can see, I already cut out one of my stitching because I finished it the day number 1. It's already finished and it's in this cute hoop. I have a set of those hoops of different sizes, and I plan to finish this project in the groups in different hoops. So that was day 1 finished, and here I have few other days that are also, I think day 17 is finished completely, as those 2 are missing few stitches. So this one will be in a big hoop. And it's also in a list of my finish your old sew list. So maybe one day this year it will be picked up as a project to finish another day. They're little cute stitching, like one day, one little motif for one day. Won't be finished this year, but I definitely will finish a couple of other days. Maybe another hoop, so I will have 2 hoops already finished. Yeah, nice project, like it very much. Next one is, oh, this is a fun one. It's Homespun Elegance. Was looking for the name of a company. Designed by Sandra Sullivan. Santa and the Merry Animals. Of course, animals. Cute old style stitching, heritage stitching, not Ukrainian, but very cute one. And I like to stitch in it. I'm using almost for that I'm stitching it on Pictures This Plus Ginger brand Edinburgh linen 30 count. Look how cute it is. Santa is getting shaped. I stitched on that just a few months ago. Really enjoy this stitching. So beautiful. I changed the color for the Santa coat. I use number 75 variegated force from DMC, and everything else is code for. Beautiful stitching, beautiful. I would love to have it as a finish this year, but no promises, no promises. Okay, this one here. Next one, I'm trying to speed up because it's already a very long video. Next one is from Stitch Rove on the beach. Cute one. Last year I finished from Stitch Rove, I finished a project called PHC, Project Half Done in Cross Stitch. Liked it very much. It is framed on my wall. So this has also quite a good progress. Not sure if it will be a finish this year. I don't know. If I really seriously take it, I could finish because it's very easy stitching. It's just a big chunk of colors. Just go for it. Sit and stitch. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not rushing with this one. It's a summery project. I usually don't really decorate for summer because summer I'm somewhere, I'm traveling, and so I'm not in a rush with this one. Okay, so I need to put everything back. Oh, this one I will insert video here because this piece it's my work in progress, but it's already displayed on my shelves because it's a very beautiful project, and I already want to enjoy it even before it finished. So I will insert video here. It's a Ukrainian wood base maker, Magic Pink, and they designed this beautiful map of Ukraine. I stitched 3 regions of Ukraine, and I will slowly go through stitching the rest of them. But also with this project, I am not in a rush because I enjoyed it very much, and I already see it displayed, so everything works out. One is the Amish Life from it was from a magazine. There are different sources where you can get this project. I think there is a booklet. You can get it from magazines as I did. And I'm stitching all 3 parts in one take, like in one piece. And here is my progress. Quite a good one. Also gorgeous stitching. Also on Zweigart, even with 32 count. Let me know if you're interested in color. Like it. I have a good progress. I will. Last year didn't touch this project, but this year I want to give it a good push. It won't be finished, but yeah, definitely good progress on it. Beautiful, beautiful. And I've been to Amish villages in Pennsylvania. I lived in Pennsylvania for some time, so it evokes nice memories from that time and from living in Pennsylvania. Beautiful countryside here. I liked it. Next one is Canada. It's a Canada sampler. Cute one. I like it very much. Also, an old booklet from Ginger Spice, Canada sampler. I think they have a series of different samplers, like country design samplers. And here is my progress. Same, I don't remember my fabric. Do I have my... No, I don't. So here is my progress. Also, no, I didn't touch it this year. I think I stitched few of the leaves this year. Yeah, I think so. There are 2 specialty stitches here, which I already started doing here, and this one are specialty stitches. Very easy one. I do like how it looks. So beautiful. Definitely, I'm gonna give it a good push this year. I will have it at one of my focus pieces also on like Flosstube focus piece later on in the year. Beautiful. And colors are like amazing. I'm using everything code for, including this variegated force from DMC, number 75 for the leaves. And it was difficult to find this color because I think it's discontinued color or something like that. It's charted in a chart, which is chart from, I think from 90s. This chart is so it was some challenge to find this color. Many magazines say, oh, this color doesn't exist because modern DMC palette doesn't have this color. And I like, if it's charted, so it should exist. So I found an old cross-stitch shop here in Italy. I also have a series on my channel about visiting cross-stitch shops over the world, and I do plan to visit that one. I contacted them. It's about like 1 hour, maybe 45 minutes drive from my place. So I need to find time to visit them. I wrote to them, they didn't answer me. Quite an Italian thing. So I need to go there and ask them in person if I can film. Yeah, so I can show you like old style Italian cross stitch shop LNS here in Italy. I have video about visiting Ukrainian LNS, Paris LNS in France, here in Italy, in Milan. Yeah, so if you're interested, you're welcome to look into that series of videos. I really enjoy those ones. Next one is always be different by cross stitch for everyone, and it's hilarious painting of cats. It's a beautiful beautiful design by itself. But I think the charting of this design is a little bit, well, not the best one, because it's a lot of confetti. And oftentimes it's not logical confetti. So it was a restart, one of a few restarts that I did. I started I stitched this cat, so I started with the blue cat from this side, but then it was 2022, and I was desperate to start another project, and I needed fabric, and I didn't have one because I was, well, it was difficult times. So I sacrificed this stitch. I cut out the cat, and I used fabric for a different project that I will show you. I just needed to stitch something Ukrainian at that time. Like, I had an urge to start a certain project. I will show it to you. Not yet finished, but so I restarted the cats, and I started from the middle on a different type of fabric later on, and I finished the black cat, and I'm still working on this orange one. It goes slow because it's a lot of colors in each cat, and you know, like each cat I need to stitch separately, so sometimes I will do few stitches here and that's it, and the next time it will be other cat on the other side. So it's like starting and stopping. The flowers, the back is messy in the back, but it should be a beautiful stitch. One day it will be a nice row of cats. I will frame it like that, and it will be beautiful one day. Yeah. It's also charted with the background to stitch. Of course, I do not stitch background because it's just too much useless stitching. Just the same color on the background. Like, why would you do that if you have a beautiful fabric that is showing through? Yeah. We already have very limited time for stitching, so we can't waste it. Next one is another cat. I already showed you the magazine, and I'm stitching also this cat from a Czech magazine. So here it's a small full coverage. Here's my progress, very modest one. Also this year I want to give it a good push. I'm stitching it on a Zweigart 16 count. Pre-gridded Aida. Love it. I love to stitch full coverage on pre-gridded fabric. It makes it so much easier. Counting is a breeze with pre-gridded fabric. Love it so much. Also want to give a good push on this one this year. At least start on a cat. Wouldn't it be fun to have a cat in the middle of nothing? It will be fun. Yeah, of course, DMC, everything called for. It's also charted, this particular chart also charted in Madeira, Trebova, I don't know this type of force, and Ariadna. It has charts for different, it has numbers for different type of thread companies. If you're using other one. Okay, this one, also my very old start in 2022. You know, when we were in the lockdown and we were desperate when the COVID started. Yeah, I think I started it around that time. I remember it was difficult to go to shops to get the force for it. So, and it's, what's it called? It's Galena cross-stitch. This designer doesn't design anymore, but you still can find her designs on several websites. So several retailers still sell her designs if you're interested. And I started it on a terrible Aida that I had it. I had it in my old starch from like 90s, and it's a really bad fabric because it's polyester fabric. It's not cotton. And when I stitch, I do like the sensation of a natural fibers, because this is not natural fiber. I haven't touched it for a couple of years. This project. It's cute. I don't know where I will use it then, because it definitely won't be a frame. It will be a big piece, so like, or I can frame it in my future library. Who knows? It's kind of cute one. I pick up different colors for books and the shelves I'm stitching with brown 3857, my brown color. We'll see. Should I make a couple of other books this year? Maybe. Yay. Ooh, this one is fun. I haven't showed it yet. Haven't showed it before with spiders. So this is a fun project, fun design by Chiara. She is the owner of LNS here in Milan. I have a video of visiting that LNS. So she designed 2 pieces for Lord of the Rings and Hobbit series. I don't have the second one printed. Right? Yeah, another one is in digital form. So there are two designs like that, one for Hobbit, one for Lord of the Ring, and I stitched them on the same piece of fabric, but I will frame them separately. And both of them I count as one project. I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings, really big fan. So here is my progress. It's a very fun fabric that I picked up on a distache table on. It was in Scotland, and the name for it, Tartan Retreat in Scotland. So I don't have the name for the fabric because it was a distache table, and I don't remember how it was signed. It's over-dyed, hand-dyed fabric, beautiful one. Even with, I think, 32 count, and I enjoy stitching on it. So just with one color, I'm stitching the silhouettes of heroes of those films, and the second one will be like that, and I will frame them in 2 long frames. By the way, I had a video on my channel about visiting a exhibition of Italian cross-stitch association, and there I showed those 2 pieces. Chiara stitched them and framed, and so they were exhibit on that exhibition. If you're interested, also in that video you can find many other finishes and finishes for this one as well. Also haven't touched it last year. This year I will. Maybe I will finish the first row and start the second one, maybe. Oh, another project that I hadn't touched this year is my enormous full coverage Tranquil Garden by CrossStitch Studio. It has but more than 500,000 crosses. It's insane amount. I haven't touched it for 2 years. One of the reasons being is that my fabric is 20 count, and I choose to stitch it with 2 fours, full cross with 2 fours, and of course it's too tight. It's way too tight. Here's my progress. It's quite a large one. Also pre-gridded Zweigart fabric. I like it very much, and it's beautiful. I like it, but 2 flosses on 22 count is just too dense. It's difficult to stitch. I'm thinking, and also 500,000 stitches. That's a lot. It's beautiful though. I'm thinking I want to try to have a half stitch. It will speed up the process, and it also will be less dense. So I will try to next few stitches to put in half stitch. Sorry, next few stitches to put in half stitch and see how it works. If I like it, because I don't want to unpick what I already stitched. I think it was such a huge piece. If I ever finish it, it won't be that visible. So that what I want to try. Maybe this year I will try it. Well, who knows. Next one is, oh, this is a cute one. It's a Hotel Sorrento, so I'm living in Italy and I decided to stitch something like Italy related. It's a dimensions kit. I'm using everything from kit except for the fabric. I substituted it for the even weave from Zweigart also. I think this color is Vintage Country Mocha, 32 count. So here's my progress. Cute stitching, I really like it. It will be very nice framed. Also for this room, right? Also, like for pink room, it works. Yeah, nice one. You know, every time with dimensions, you have like 1000 different types of combination of half stitch made with 5/4, with 4/4, with 3/4. And back stitch and all the stuff, you know, all the dimension experience. But the result is very cute, very dimensional. Keep working on this project. I worked on it last year, gave it a good push, and also this year I will definitely work on it. Today is such a nice weather outside. Should I go bike a little bit around? Such a nice weather. Okay, next one is another dimension kit. It's a Christmas village ornaments. It's a set of 6 like mini scenes with Christmas houses. I stitch it everything code for because I do want to finish it as it is it meant to be with those like separate houses. Here's my progress. Yeah, just one house, and even that one is not finished. I will give it a push. At least this house I need to finish this year, maybe start another one. I also added it to my finished Old South list. Even it wasn't a sow, but it's kind of, because it's like 6 pieces, so it's kind of like divided in parts, so I can finish some part and feel accomplished. So I added it to that list, and maybe this year I will give it some attention. Oop. Yeah, everything called for because it's from the kit. Next one is another full coverage. It's a tropical island from Etsy. I got it, I don't remember from where I got it because I got it many years ago. And it was for a long time as a PDF in my stash. And yeah. Like it very much because it reminded of my land and grow up next to the sea. Yeah, nice project. I don't know if it's too transparent, no. Also stitching it on 16 count pre-gridded Aida. I think I bought a one big piece and I'm using it for my full coverage. Still have some in my stash. Yeah. Worked on it this year and will keep working on it. Don't know when it will finish. It was one of the candidates for the year focus, but I choose the pillow, so maybe this one will be in next year focus because I do want to finish it. Next one is my disaster. Another disaster. So this is a free chart from Passione Ricama, which is an Italian designer, and it's a free chart from their website. I will have names in the description. By the way, all the names for all the projects are in the description, so if my pronunciation is not very clear or if I forgot to tell the name, you can find it in the description under the video. Yeah, and it's a disaster because I stitched on it for a long time already, And do you want to see my progress? Are you ready? No comments here. I stitched it with 80-20 special DMC floss. It's like this sparkly DMC floss, and it goes very slow. This is a pre-printed fabric that I had in my stash for a long time. Yeah, I will not comment anymore on this project because it's just embarrassing. Okay, next one. Oh, this is a cute one. I showed it not that far ago. This is a joyful calendar. It was a SAO. It's also in my SAO list. It's a Facebook page. It's a free design of calendar. Basically, all 12 months charted. And I finished February. I have little bit left to do on January. I worked on frames, and many frames are done. And this year I finished July. I'm using combination of Code 4 and overdyed forces I have in stash, and I like how it works. So this is a band. This fabric is sold like that. I bought it in Ukraine, but I do see it being sold in other places. In Italy, you can also find it. It's a nice way to have fabric for your stitching that already had like edges already done. And this project fits perfectly on it with the sizes. Beautiful. Like to work. This is one of the projects that I'm not looking forward to finish. I enjoy working on it, and I just pick up as I feel, and stitch on any months I want, and just like to have it in my WIP file. Yeah, so it's not a finish. Next one is Ukrainian design, very popular Ukrainian design, unfortunately. And I bought from the Magic Twin, the company that made wooden Ukraine. It's also from there. It's a base for this design, and I'm stitching it on this base. So it will be like a stamp, you see, like it has already edges as a postal stamp. Well, you know, this particular type of stitching. Okay, then there is a pile of a project that don't have project bags. So I hope I will run through them quite quickly. This one I'm stitching on a Wix Dyeworks Kogut fabric, 30 count. Here's my progress on a project. I don't remember the name, but it's like a Halloween piece from Ukrainian designer. I will put the name in this description, and here you can see preview. Cute one. So when I pick it up, I put in a few stitches. One small design, and of course I can finish it more quickly, but I just keep it as a Halloween stitching, because if I feel like I can put a few stitches in. So it's not the one that I'm looking forward to finish. Next one is a temperature butterfly by Stitching Mommy. I think she has her Flosstube, and also she sings the same name of her Etsy shop. So it was a temperature butterfly for year 2022. Also in my list of please finish those SAOs. Yeah, how much? I think the half is done, right? But I have a fun idea how to finish this piece. So I will do some extra stitching. I will show you. My idea is very ambitious, and once I will start to realize her, I will show you the progress. Next one is also from Ukrainian designer. It's Lighthouses of Ukraine that I'm stitching on this piece fabric that you already seen. It was the same fabric for Reaching Skyward by Fruits of Plenty. It's also so I finished this lighthouse, and I almost finished the second one. Also in my list of finish the saw, even if though it wasn't a saw, I bought the pattern as it is, and but I consider it like a saw because it has those separate pieces that I can finish. Yeah. Code for DMC, of course, everything is charted. Nice project also to work. Another one is it's from a magazine. I think it's Gathering Honey, the name for the project. My magazine is upstairs. I should brought it, but it's okay. Nice piece. Also want to bring it as a focus because I stitch on it for a long time already. All the DMC charted flowers. Cute little sample of honey. Beautiful one. One day will be finished. Another one from Ukrainian designer. It's X Maker. She's on Instagram, and this one is called Kohanya. It's a beautiful big piece that I also stitch on the same fabric that I got from the stash table in Tartan Retreat, and it's a beautiful one. You know, oftentimes we stitch fancy lady, and here I have a fancy man to stitch. Fancy Ukrainian man with a nice haircut, traditional Ukrainian haircut. Yeah, like this piece. Need to put few more stitches on it this year. Also from the same designer, another fancy man, which I'm instead stitching a horse. So this project is Blacksmith Vakula, cute one. Here's my progress on it. Everything code for fabric I picked up myself. It's not charted, it's a digital chart. So fabric is, I think, navy blue by Zweigart, even with 32 count 2/2. Also this year will be few stitches in. It's a big piece. The horse is really big. Well, that's the reason I picked up the project. Here is the project that should have been finished a long time ago, because the cross stitch part is finished. It's a pennant of my rotary glove, and I just missing here the name like rotary, and I want to add few things here in this space. Basically one evening of stitching, and I keep postponing it, and it's been already a couple of years that I want to finish this project, and it just never. Same piece of fabric as Vakula. So yeah, that definitely will be finished this year. I just need to push it and to then finish it as a pennant. It will be. Maybe even do a separate video of how I finish it in a pennant. And the very last one, it happened to be, here is the floss. So remember I was telling that I urgently need a piece of fabric. So this was my urgent need, but as you remember from my statistic, 2022 was a difficult year. So I didn't stitch much on that. but I do have a progress. This will be a tower, traditional. It's not really traditional, but it's Ukrainian tower, stitched with the style Sokalska, which is another region in Ukraine. So this style of stitching of black stitching with bright pop of blue and yellow color is characteristic of Sokalska style. And this will be a trident, like Ukrainian court of arms, in a style of tower. Shouldn't be finished for a long time already. Anyway, so here are most of my WIPs. Maybe I'm forgetting something, maybe not, I don't know. It was a long one. How long is this video? Oh my god, guys. So thank you so much for staying with me. Next Saturday it will be a week of starts. I'm looking forward for that funny video also. And in 2 weeks will be my regular Flosstube update, where I will share some updates. I traveled. I have some purchases that I will show you in that next regular Flosstube update. So thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get some inspiration from what I showed you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Happy stitching.